Have you ever felt like you're just stuck? Like you're running on a treadmill, putting in all the effort, but not actually going anywhere? I know that feeling all too well. For a long time, that was my reality. I was trapped in a cycle of self-doubt, fear, and what felt like constant failure. Every door I tried to open seemed to slam shut in my face. It felt like the universe was sending me a very clear message. You're not good enough. I remember this one specific moment so vividly. I had just received another rejection email, this time for a project I had poured my heart and soul into 4 months. I just sat there, staring at the screen, and I felt this cold, heavy weight settle in my chest. All the energy drained out of me. The little voice of doubt in my head, which was usually a whisper, was now screaming, "See, I told you. Why do you even bother trying?" In that moment, I almost believed it. I was so close to giving up, to just accepting that maybe my dreams were just that. Dreams. I let myself wallow in that feeling for a bit. I think it's important to let yourself feel the disappointment. But then, as I was scrolling aimlessly, I stumbled upon a quote that said, "The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried." It hit me like a ton of bricks. Failure wasn't the end. It was part of the process. All those rejections, all those moments of doubt, they weren't signs to stop. They were lessons. They were sharpening me, preparing me for what was next. That was my turning point. I decided right then and there that I wouldn't let fear of failure dictate my life anymore. I started to see every no not as a rejection, but as a redirection. I shifted my focus from the outcome to the process. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" I started asking, "What can I learn from this?" I began celebrating the small wins, finishing a difficult task, learning a new skill, even just getting out of bed on a tough day. Each small step started to build momentum. I started sharing my journey, my struggles, and my small victories. And a funny thing happened. People started to connect with the struggle, not just the success. It turned out, so many of us feel this way. We all have that voice of doubt. We all face those closed doors. The key isn't to find a path with no obstacles. The key is to build the strength and resilience to climb over them. It wasn't an overnight transformation. It was a slow, deliberate process of changing my mindset. I had to unlearn years of negative. I had to learn to be my own biggest cheerleader, especially when no one else was clapping. I started to find joy in the effort itself, in the person I was becoming along the way. The rejections still came, but they didn't crush me anymore. They were just data points guiding me toward a better path. And slowly, things began to change. The doors that were once slammed shut started to creak open. Opportunities I never thought possible started to appear. It wasn't magic. It was the compound effect of showing up day after day, even when I didn't feel like it. It was the power of believing in myself, even when my track record gave me every reason not to. So if you're feeling stuck right now, if you feel like you're running on that treadmill to nowhere, I want you to hear this. You are not alone. That feeling is not your final destination. It's just a stop along the way. Your failures are not your identity. They are your education. The next time that voice of doubt starts screaming, I want you to talk back. Remind yourself of how far you've come. Acknowledge the effort you're putting in. Take one small step today. Just one. Maybe it's sending that email you've been afraid to send. Maybe it's picking up that project you abandoned. Or maybe it's just looking in the mirror and saying, I believe in you. Because your journey, with all its ups and downs, is what makes you uniquely powerful. The world doesn't need you to be perfect. It needs you to be persistent. It needs you to keep going. Thank you so much for listening to my story. If this resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more. I'd love to hear about your own journey in the comments below. Let's keep inspiring each other.